Hi. So in this part, I'll be talking about the incarnation process, and I'm going to use the whiteboard to diagrammatically illustrate to you how this takes place. So these are all the little souls. They have feminine, masculine, masculine, masculine for the homosexual souls, feminine, feminine, and feminine. So all the little souls are at a state of unconsciousness. They're at a state of unconsciousness. They don't know who they are. They don't have an awareness of self. This is what it means to be unconscious. So there's no awareness of self. So what happens on Earth by law of attraction? So mum, this is dad, this is mum, this is mum and dad. So mum and dad have sex, and half of the soul, but this happens by law of attraction. This is the laws of attraction and other laws that actually govern this process, which is called the incarnation process. This is your incarnation process. So remember here, I'm talking about incarnation process. This is the first time that the soul is coming, that is specifically, the process is specific to the process of incarnation. And we don't know all the details of incarnation at this stage, but we do know that this is a scientific truth at the moment. We do know a scientific truth of the soul. We have two major, disciplines, health disciplines that dedicate their time and effort in the logic of the soul and also in the healing of the soul. And your healing of the soul is your thoughts and your emotional processes. So the incarnation is governed by a law of attraction where the two parents on the earth plane attract a particular soul. There'll be a certain qualities or circumstances that this particular soul is incarnated to this particular parents. So what I was going to stress before was that I am not talking about reincarnation. I'm not unpacking or qualifying any religious belief or spiritual belief here. This is the scientific loving truth of the incarnation of the soul and the incarnation process and how it happens. So the split happens for the soul. So we've already demonstrated that the soul is the masculine and feminine, and the split happens due to the law of attraction to the mum and dad, and that this particular soul splits. So we have a split that takes place here. This is the process of incarnation. This is the first time this soul is going to experience itself and become self-aware through the incarnation. This is the first process that happens. So get the female soul. So the female soul is here. This is the soul. And it's split The other half is still hovers around this particular its other half. So the male is still at a, in this circumstance, it's the male. It's still at a place of unconsciousness. Half of the soul has now been split. This is your incarnation onto the earth plane. This is your incarnation onto the physical plane. So we have a question here by Daryl, and he said, what would attract a soul if the egg and sperm are fertilized in vitro in a laboratory without the knowledge of the parents? I don't really know the question to that answer, but maybe further down the track, we will see how that is actually uncovered. So it's the point at conception that the soul splits. Now, if that's done by IVF or that's done by a natural biological process of, intercourse, then the soul still splits. But why would a certain soul split to be attracted to that parent that's having IVF? I don't know the laws that govern that. I don't know exactly the details and specifications of that. I don't know how that interplays and why. I don't think the certain soul will split because it's IVF or not. I think the governing laws would define the parents, this particular couple and their soul-based qualities, because the laws enact on the soul. The spiritual laws enact on the soul, not the biological process of why this particular soul will split and be attracted to this certain couple, right? So it doesn't have any knowledge of the parents. So it's not in a state of awareness, and the soul says, oh, well, I'll just scan the earth and see who I like here. So there's no state of awareness. The soul is at a state of unawareness. It is at a state of, unconsciousness. It has no sensory apparatus to understand itself, because it requires the physical and spirit body to be attached. And plus the soul itself, the qualities and the mind and the heart of the soul is not activated without the parents and having the first experience that it will have now on earth through and the process that happens is that incarnation. So this is the first time that you're actually born, and at the point of incarnation, this is your first point of contact and birth. So the other half of the whole turtle's cell. Yeah, well, somebody has written here, hi Daryl, thanks for that comment. Perhaps since time is a man-made concept and idea. Yeah, we don't, I don't know the time. I know that the time or how long the process takes, that's a good question. The time different, it's not going to take, it's going to be instant because the soul needs to attach itself to the two other bodies. And the other half of the soul, they don't know that it's been split, because there would be an immense amount of, pain or suffering to know that you've been split and now your other half is on the earth plane and you're still at a state of unconsciousness. So there's no pain or suffering that's experienced by both of the soul halves. So don't forget, the soul is a total of the male and female expression. If it's a heterosexual soul, if it's a homosexual soul, then it would be male, male, or female, female. So just let me draw the other two bodies. So here comes your physical body. So this is a female. So she'll have a female body. This is your physical body. And now your male body. This is your spirit body, sorry. So the spirit body is made up of the chakras and meridians. So you're made up of your chakras and meridians. And you have mind, your spirit mind. And of course, we know your physical body is made up of your organs and your flesh and your systems bodies, right? So this is the flesh biological body. It's supposed to be biological. Right. So you're made up of three bodies. This is your soul body, soul entity. Now this is your physical body, and now this is your spirit body. Your soul body holds the qualities of emotions, has a personality and desire. Personality has desires and passions. Your intent and will. Your memories are stored in your soul body. Emotions, personality, desires, passions, intent and will, memories. Yeah, that's your free will. I think I've got most of those qualities. So the key to understand here is at the point of incarnation, right? Your soul body is pure, pristine, error-free, perfect, sentient, sovereign soul, right? And I'll just write that down. So it's a pure, innate, right, pristine, sovereign, sentient, and error-free. This is at the point of incarnation. The soul body and your physical body and your spirit body is interconnected by a silver cord. Everything that happens to you happens from your soul body. So whatever is in the soul body, it affects onto your spirit body and your physical body. Okay. So that is at the point of incarnation. So your sexuality as well is from your soul body. Also the qualities of your expression of your sexuality, so if it's feminine or masculine. Yeah, your aspirations comes from your soul body, your personality, your passions and desires, your attributes. So that is the process of incarnation. So you're actually birthed 8 months before your other two bodies, so all the 3 bodies are birthed. It's an amazing truth to understand. Um, so I'll stop the recording now, and I'm going to move on to the soulmate twin flame path. So you understand what is your soulmate twin flame path, and you understand that is what is your whole soul.